What's up, everybody? This is the Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Sun in the sixth house. I've been analyzing charts lately, and this has been popping up, so I figured I'll do this one today. So, first, we're going to break down what the Sun is and what that's all about. So, the Sun has to do with your soul. It has to do with your soul and the journey that you are searching for today. When you come into this life and you are given a sun sign, it does not mean that you're just that sign, okay? It has to do with your soul on the most deepest level. It has to do with strength, vitality, authority, your father, ego, self esteem, and the government. So now when you get off into the sixth house is ruled by Virgo, and Virgo's ruling planet is Mercury. So we know that that's about intelligence. But the sixth house has to do with being of service, domestic, health, everyday life, routine, work, enemies, conflict, diseases, and also war. Okay, so now the sixth house is going to be considered as the battlefields of the world, a battlefield house. So we could jump into this right now. Sun in the sixth house, men and women. These men and women are into routine. Routine is important to these men and women. They are here learning how to use their energy in an efficient kind of way. Great at solving conflicts and war. Have a love for politics, government, and everyday life. These men and women love being of service, okay? A lot of the fields that would suit these men and women would be the medical fields, a medical worker, a nurse, a doctor, a veterinarian, customer service. You could find enemies and haters at your workplace. So these men and women have to be cautious because at work, this is exactly the place where people will show up and show out. These are where people are going to hate on them, try to start rumors about them, just so that they could get back down to the bottom. They don't want to see these people rise to the top, but these people will rise to the top because they're so inclined to wanting to be able to be successful, to succeed in life at any means necessary. So the sun in the sixth house gets better with time. The universe will reveal your enemies to you and you can defeat them. So anybody that's coming up against them, their opponents are coming up against them. These men and women have the power by the universe to be able to conquer any damn battle that comes their damn way. So these men and women are great at being a manager, a CEO, an entrepreneur. A lot of people that do have this placement do desire to have their own business, to have their own flow of income coming in. Okay, a lot of times what I see with this placement, these men and women, they work on a job, they bust their asses just to make ends meet. A lot of times they can make good money. But even when they're making good money, it still seems like they want to just have their own business so they could tell people how they want it to be ran, so they could tell people how they want things to be done. Working makes these men and women feel good about themselves. You can help other people who are struggling in their day-to-day life. You will enjoy everyday tasks, shopping, cooking, running errands. Okay, this is where these men and women feel the most content when you're dealing with their son. Okay, running errands, some people do not like this. Some people don't like cooking, okay, and doing all of that. But these men and women find it interesting to be able to know that they can provide for themselves, they can maintain their bills, and they don't have to worry about anybody else doing it for them. They want to be self-sufficient. They want to be self-reliant. So these men and women are going to be self-made men and women. That's what they're going to be. Now, these men and women can worry to the point of stress in the area of everyday life, bills, their health, and even their jobs. This is what could get them riled up. This is what can get them annoyed. I'm constantly thinking and overthinking. We already know that Virgo. In general, they overthink, they analyze everything, every situation, and things like that all the time. So when you are now placing your sun inside of Virgo's house, inside of Mercury's house, which is the sixth house, okay, these men and women can definitely overthink situation when it bills, when things are backed up. They can overthink it time after time, trying to figure out how they're going to figure it out or make ends meet. They want things to run smoothly, not chaotic. These men and women want to be recognized and acknowledged for their work, performance, and hard work and dedication. Now, they can bring a positive attitude to the workplace. However, these men and women are the very men and women that could clash with the bosses, the owners, managers. Okay? And they can question managers and spot out their flaws and shortcomings in them. So these are the type of men and women when you're working on a job and the boss is telling you what to do, how things should be done. Okay? They don't have a problem with that. The issue will arise with them when you're trying to put more work onto them than they know that you are not paying them for. This is where they're going to show you who the fuck they are. Okay, they can get into an argument with you. They can go back and forth with you. They can start taking pictures of the laws and everything that's on the wall. Start looking up things online. If you're trying to treat them unfairly, they'll tell you that they'll take your ass to court. Okay, you can't do this and all of that. And yes, they do that shit at jobs. They sure damn do. Because to them, you're not going to have me doing shit that I did not sign up for. So if I came here to make sandwiches, then I shouldn't be here one day cutting fucking wood. Okay, so they are those type of people where they will go back and forth with you, and you ain't got a choice but to readjust what the qualifications of the job is. Okay, or you gonna have a suit on your hand because these men and women ain't fucking playing with you. So now these men and women can analyze. Okay, they can analyze everything that's going on in the workplace, around them, in their life. The home dynamic. So you may have a love for nature. These are the type of people that would love going camping, love planting vegetables, starting a garden. Just getting out there and really just going for a stroll, going for a walk. Just getting in touch with the universe, pretty much. So now you could inherit your father's work ethic. You may seek validation from others. Your ego can be linked to what or how much you do for other people. So you do have to be cautious with that. Seeking out validation from other people is not the best thing that you should do, because all the validation that you're seeking out, you need to seek it in yourself. It's not coming from outside of you. It's coming from inside of you. So of course you want to be of service and helping people. This is what makes you feel good. But you don't want to take care of somebody to the point where they're taking advantage of you. Learn how to discern who really needs help and who doesn't need any help at all, and that is absolutely trying to take advantage of you. Your father could have been a hard worker, but didn't show you much affection. He might not have been emotionally available to you. He could have been hard to reach on an emotional level. This is what could happen with these men and women, okay? They can take on a lot of characteristics and traits as far as the way that they work. So their father, as I already said, could have been an extremely hard worker, determined, focused, driven, okay, and very passionate about his dreams, careers, or whatever it was that he was doing. But due to that, he could have been so focused in other areas of life, work, or whatever else the case may be, that you could have felt like he didn't show up in a kind of way for you, in an affectionate kind of way. Okay, maybe he didn't give you hugs. Maybe he didn't praise you for the shit that you did. Okay, and because of that, this can leave the sun in the sixth house person feeling some kind of way about their father. All right, but now they can also, what I've noticed, they can also look at their father as a hard worker, as determined, and at certain times he's very stern, very serious, very structured, okay? Like a no-nonsense kind of father, all right? And as a child, it could have just been emotionally distance as far as your emotions go. When you want to talk to him about certain things, you probably just didn't feel like you could talk to him about it, okay? So now this is all I'm going to say about this placement for now. In future videos to come, I will go into more depth into Sun in the Sixth House. Please be sure to check out my online store. It is Grammy Gear at www.grammygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up. I am the Chef Goddess at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. And if you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, you can hit him up at aronnesbitt90 at gmail.com. If anybody needs a synastry chart, which is a compatibility chart, it will be $90 for 2 hours. If you need a birth chart, it will be $70 for 2 hours. I do have all of the information in the About section above the page on the channel. Okay, so if anybody needs that information, please hit the About section. If you need any videos that you are just thinking about, the ones that I've already done is in a playlist. Okay, you can click on playlist and you can see all the different videos that I have already. So, this has been A Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.